How Japan's history shaped the Godzilla franchise. Hey everyone, ever wondered how a giant lizard became one of cinema's most enduring symbols? Today, we're diving deep into how Japan's own history shaped the legendary Godzilla franchise. Grab a snack, get comfy, and let's get started. So, picture this. It's movie night, and you're watching Godzilla stomp through cities like it's no big deal. But did you know that behind those epic scenes lies a rich tapestry of history and symbolism? Godzilla isn't just another monster, it's a reflection of Japan's journey through some intense times. Let's explore how this colossal creature became a symbol born from the very heart of Japan's past. Post-World War II Japan and the birth of Godzilla. First up, let's rewind to post-World War II Japan. The aftermath of the atomic bombings on Hiroshima and Nagasaki was devastating. Cities were leveled, and the shadow of nuclear devastation loomed large over the nation. People were trying to make sense of this new reality. Then came the Lucky Dragon No. 5 incident in 1954. A Japanese fishing boat was exposed to nuclear fallout from U.S. hydrogen bomb tests. This incident stirred public outcry and reignited fears about nuclear radiation. Amidst all this, Toho Studios released the original, Godzilla, in 1954. But Godzilla wasn't just a monster, it was a metaphor for the nuclear destruction that Japan had experienced. The creature embodied the fear, anger, and pain of a nation grappling with the horrors of atomic warfare. Godzilla as a reflection of nuclear anxiety. The 1954 film isn't just a monster movie, it's a deep dive into nuclear anxiety. Godzilla's destructive rampage mirrors the devastation of the atomic bombs. The way it levels cities and brings chaos resonates with the collective trauma Japan faced. Back then, nuclear weapons were this new, terrifying force. People didn't fully grasp their long-term effects, which added to the fear. Godzilla became a symbol of that unknown terror, a giant, unstoppable force born from humanity's own destructive tendencies. Cold War influences and shifts in the franchise. As the Cold War kicked off, global tensions were high. Japan found itself caught between two superpowers, the USA and the USSR. This era saw the introduction of new monsters in the Godzilla franchise, each representing different threats. The films began shifting from pure horror to a mix of science fiction and adventure. Godzilla started evolving from the villainous destroyer to an anti-hero, and even a protector at times. It was like the franchise was mirroring the world's complicated political landscape, showing that not everything is black and white. Economic boom and technological advancement. Fast forward to the 1960s and 70s, and Japan was on the up and up. The economy was booming, technology was advancing rapidly, and modernization was in full swing. This prosperity found its way into the Godzilla movies. With advancements in special effects, the films started featuring high-tech elements. Enter Mechagodzilla, a robotic doppelganger of our favorite kaiju. This represented the double-edged sword of technology, a source of progress, but also potential destruction if misused. Environmental awareness in the 1970s Godzilla. The 70s brought a global rise in environmental awareness. Pollution was becoming a major issue, and people were starting to care more about Mother Earth. Japan was no exception. Godzilla vs. Hedorah, 1971, tackled these concerns head-on. Hedorah, a monster born from industrial waste, battles Godzilla in a film that screams, "Save the planet." Godzilla, in this context, becomes nature's advocate, fighting against the pollutants harming the world. It's a clear nod to the environmental disasters of the time and a call for human responsibility. Cultural identity and national pride. Amidst all these changes, there's also a thread of cultural identity woven into the Godzilla saga. The films began incorporating elements of Japanese folklore and traditional motifs. Godzilla started symbolizing resilience and national pride. Japan was balancing its rich traditions with rapid modernization. Through Godzilla, filmmakers could explore this balance, celebrating their heritage while acknowledging the new world they were stepping into. The Heisei Era Revival, 1984 to 1995. The 80s and 90s saw the Heisei era bring Godzilla back to its darker roots. Japan was facing economic challenges, like the bursting of the real estate bubble. The Return of Godzilla, 1984, rebooted the series, focusing again on nuclear tensions. This time, themes of bioengineering and genetic manipulation were introduced. It reflected contemporary anxieties about playing God with science. The films delved into the potential consequences of unchecked technological advancements. Natural disasters in the Millennium series, 1999 to 2004. Japan has always been prone to natural disasters, earthquakes, tsunamis, typhoons, you name it. The Millennium series of Godzilla films tapped into this, exploring the unpredictability of nature. In Godzilla, Mothra and King Ghidorah, Giant Monsters All-Out Attack, 2001. Yeah, that's a mouthful. Godzilla is more of a supernatural force. It represents the wrath of nature against human arrogance and disrespect. The message? Don't mess with Mother Nature, or she'll mess back. The Fukushima disaster and modern reinterpretations. Then came the 2011 Tohoku earthquake and tsunami, leading to the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear disaster. This was a heavy blow, rekindling fears of nuclear power and the government's ability to handle crises. Shin Godzilla, 2016, was a direct response to these events. The film is a political satire, critiquing governmental inefficiency and slow disaster response. Godzilla once again became a symbol of nuclear anxiety, but this time highlighting bureaucratic red tape and the need for swift action in the face of catastrophe. Globalization and international collaborations. Godzilla wasn't just stomping around in Japan anymore, it went global. Hollywood adaptations brought the big guy to international audiences. Films like Godzilla, 2014, and Godzilla, King of the Monsters, 2019, introduced Godzilla to a whole new generation. These international versions put their own spin on the themes, but the core message often remained: the consequences of human tampering with nature and technology. It's interesting to see how different cultures interpret the same symbol, yet the underlying cautionary tales persist. Godzilla in the 21st century, symbolism and legacy. In today's world, we're facing new challenges: climate change, terrorism, advanced biotechnology, you name it. And guess what? Godzilla's still here, adapting to the times. The franchise continues to use Godzilla as a reminder of historical lessons. It's a symbol warning us about the dangers of hubris, whether it's meddling with nature, neglecting the environment, or escalating arms races. Godzilla's legacy is a testament to the power of storytelling in reflecting societal issues. Conclusion. So there you have it. From the devastation of World War II to modern-day concerns, Godzilla has been more than just a monster on the big screen. It's a mirror reflecting Japan's historical events and societal changes. The franchise evolved alongside Japan, weaving historical context into its narratives. Godzilla's journey is a fascinating insight into how art and history intertwine. It reminds us that behind every roar and city crushed underfoot, there's a story waiting to be uncovered. Thanks for sticking around till the end. If you enjoyed this deep dive, give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and let me know in the comments what you think about Godzilla's evolution. Don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. Until next time, stay curious.